Affinity Xtra. Be extra.
Yeah. People, this is your boy here, Roger Moore. We in 2026. This recording is the first recording of the new year, and
Happy New Year, everyone,
happy
man.
New Year, man. Alongside Marx, man. You know, and I'm gonna think they're gonna think us that we're the gospel rebels because we don't do gospel anymore. We don't do
pure tech and football.
We're tech and football, and every time we do gospels, when we cuss off the hip hop scene currently. No, we don't. That's me, man. That's me. But now, keeping 100. But what I love about doing these podcasts is that let's be real. This is what we're really interested in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the real tea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And all the guys that are watching and all the ladies as well for this show. It's gonna be a good one, bro. Good one.
Memories for everyone on this one, man.
But just to introduce this show, technically, right? So let's go back to this red thing called Payphone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but Marx has got a few years younger than me, not on me, but less than me anyway. Still, yes. So there's a big difference between because when I first went to college, mobile phones was car phones. Yeah, it was literally car phones, and Orange was running things and whatsoever. So, Orange was running things, and you had these big, massive cell block phones, big, massive like squares and whatever.
Big bricks.
And then all of a sudden, a company called Mercury came out. A one-to-one came out, and really changed the game. And I remember unlimited phone calls, and everybody had a Motorola phone, and he said unlimited, but you only had 1 hour battery. Yeah, so people like charge up the next one. So they came up with this revolution thing, and it really changed up the whole of the inner city area. got Mercury phones.
I think even before it became unlimited, I think the way they started off, if I remember right, was it would be 3 calls after 7 o'clock.
So it wasn't unlimited. It was 3 calls.
You had a certain amount of minutes, so you might get like 500 minutes. Yeah. 400 minutes, whatever it is that you pay for your
60
contract.
minutes. Each about 60 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Them days, man. It
depends on how long you paid for. But then, like after 7 o'clock, you could use the phone free and burn it. But then you could only use it for an hour. You'd have to hang up, and then call again.
Yeah. Woo, them days, man. Woo, Mark knows the technicals, technicals.
Listen, you might have the few years, but I got the knowledge, man. So like I said,
blame
7
his
o'clock,
uncle for that one. Blame his uncle.
You start doing the 3 calls, and then like I said, you got an hour and you would use it for an hour. So like 59 minutes, you say to the person, "All right, I'll call you back." Hang up, call them back. Go for the next hour again.
You see, guys, these London picnic they're advanced, There's advanced picnic, man. They had a few years on us, man. But no, so you had this kind of like with technology. You had really we were coming up. We had really at the time we had a Nintendos. You're talking about coming out of Mega Drive eras, going into Super NES. Before even Saturn was really out. Yeah, no, Saturn was there. PlayStation 1 was hitting. PlayStation 1 hitting Sega. I just remember myself at college years, my early years.
PlayStation 1, the first Xbox.
You didn't get Sega Saturn, did you?
I've had every console from
Did you have a
Sega
Sega
and from Nintendo.
Yeah, Sega Saturn.
I've had a Sega Saturn. Like I said, every console Nintendo and Sega released, I've had it.
You didn't have the Dreamcast, did you?
I've had a Dreamcast.
What?
I said every console, bro.
I tell you, he's an Arsenal fan. He's a secret Arsenal fan. He got fooled by that Arsenal shirt.
There's not a console Nintendo or Sega released that I've not had a copy of.
I must admit that tennis game was large on the Dreamcast, but it was
it was big. I started playing tennis games on the Super Nintendo. Smash Tennis, it was called. That was a big game, man.
Bro, I had Wimbledon on the Master System.
See?
Yeah, Wimbledon, man. And when you go in the corner, it's like, to this day, man, listen, I played tennis the other day with myself, and my computer days prepared me. You know what I'm saying? For the ones and the grunts. It taps me back. But anyway, we're gonna have some fun anyway. So but listen, don't get too caught up in nostalgia because we've got some great stuff to chop into now. So, problem is today, iPhone dominates the market. And they came out the market. They came into the iPhone market, the phone market, and they absolutely And I think the iPad has totally decimated the tablet market.
Yeah.
They just dominated like a crazy one. And then let's admit it, a lot of people don't come to iPhone because they refuse. It's pride.
Mm-hmm.
It's got nothing to do with technical talk. Yeah, it's just pride why they don't come over.
Yeah.
Shall we call out people? No. We won't call out T.
We won't call out T.
Yeah, you know, we won't call out. We won't call out. We won't call out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, pride becomes for there. She found nothing, bro.
There's nothing anyone can tell me regarding the whole battle of Samsung and the iPhone. It's like it's a non-starter conversation for me now. You want to stay with Samsung, that's your business, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But in that mode, we won't get into folds. Yeah, we won't get in folds. Yeah, because that's a whole big show in itself. Anyway, so yeah. Right. So what we're gonna do today's show is yes, it's the life of Roger, but I have got a phone graveyard. I call it my phone graveyard. Marx saw it and I lifted it up and it just went made these crazy sounds. And I had to get a wipe and just do a couple wiping because some battery acid around the place. You know what I mean? But I put away my old phones, not so much my first early phones, but I kind of started putting them away. My wife was cussing me and told me to get them out of the house. Yeah.
So you just found a box and put it somewhere.
I found a box, put it in the shed. So I thought, I found now I know somebody who kind of values tech, value evolution and what it's done for life. So this is life before my first iPhone. This is life before and this is iPhone 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
iPhone 5.
So,
yeah.
Did you do that on Google Lens?
I didn't. Yeah, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, you get it. So, but it's my iPhone 5, guys. This is the first time I've gone to iPhone. Yo, look how small this thing is. But I'm thinking I need to go back to this size,
Listen, it's like when you look at them, when you look at them now, it's like it's so small. It's like, jeez.
And the build of this phone, the build is nice, bro. Nice. Yeah. It's nice.
I think in terms of form factor, it's probably like one of the phones I enjoyed the most. It was like the first time that Apple really got a nice sleek design because I had their first one as well. So the iPhone like 3s and G's and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was probably the first iPhone with the form factor that I looked at. I thought, you know what? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah.
But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go straight before we get before the iPhone. So we're gonna go right back to the beginning. So at the early days, I went Motorola. You test out. You remember the Motorola? And then you remember everybody had the Ericssons and the customizing the Ericssons. And you had Motorola came out with. I had the Motorola where you could put AA batteries in. Yeah. So at the time it was there. But then I didn't get the first lot of Ericsson, Sony Ericssons, but I was touching a bit of Ericssons. Sony Ericssons. So I don't know if you want to do the honors, man. We're gonna say so.
We got a couple here.
Did you have Ericsson?
So I've had Ericsson.
Where did you start off?
My first phone. Well, yeah, was Nokia.
It hand-me-down?
No, Nokia. I bought it.
No, you know what my one was? The Amstrad. That was my first one.
See, mine was a Nokia.
No, Nokia. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's just that shows the age straight away there. So yeah, because Amstrad had one stint. You remember that one stint? Yeah. They tried a thing, Alan Sugar. Imagine this guy's doing the business thing,
crazy,
and he flopped with the computer Amstrad, and he flopped with the Amstrad phone. Alan Sugar.
Amstrad was a big name when it was there for itself. You know what I'm saying? It built itself a nice corner. Was doing his thing.
What did Amstrad do, bro? What we could say tech-wise that we was what we purchased.
I can't really say I purchased any of their stuff. I was aware of their products, but I never really purchased any of their stuff. Yeah, I suppose you kind of buy things based on like what you want in your usage, and then especially when I got the age that I was when I got into tech, it was very much about
Commodore.
No, it was very much about
consoles,
popularity is what I'm trying to say. It's like what's popping? What's the thing that everybody's into? So like I said, mine was the Nokia because at the time when I got into it, Nokia was the one. And my first phone was the one where you could change the faces, the aerials, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that. All right, guys. So we're gonna have a look at our first phone. So I don't know if you want to do it in the main screen and we get it on your Google.
Let's look at these
Ericssons, man.
Ericsson's first, man. So
which
we're using Google Lens here, guys. This is a tech show, so we're using technology to remind us what Ericsson's these are and when they were released and all that kind of stuff.
Google Lens.
So we've got here the Ericsson K8 X50i.
Yeah, man.
Oh, but you know what? This one is actually later than some of these other ones, which are.
Yeah, I sneaked it out there.
You sneaked it
Okay.
in there. So this one was a 2007 one.
2007.
2007 for this
Okay,
one.
cool. But Ericsson did get the color screen. That's it. I
Yeah.
touched on it because they were going color screen before everybody else.
So
Yeah.
even like looking at this now, you know, like we're using Google Lens, guys.
Yeah.
So it showed me obviously the details of this one. So this one had a 5 megapixel camera.
This is what I'm saying.
Very interesting. 5 megapixel camera. First Sony Ericsson phone with the 3.5 G. So this one was first one in 3.5 G. First model outside NTT Docomo to support micro SD as well. So this is the one that supported micro SD. And
crazy.
And Sony's M2 memory cards. I remember those M2s. Gosh,
Yeah. Wow.
With a 2.2 inch TFT display. Oh, there we go. Introduced touch sensitivity soft keys and a new navigation button, moving away from the classic joystick design. So yeah, 5 megapixel camera on the phone in that era. That's very good. That's very good.
This is why, you can see the photography in me from back in then, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, guys, that is Sony Ericsson. Ooh, we put that in front of me because I know the things in the way.
Shall we go with the next Sony Ericsson as well?
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's
so
go.
this is probably the ones that he's talking about where he said it moved away from the joystick.
Joystick.
This would have been before that one. So according to Google Lens, this one that we've got here is the Sony Ericsson K6010i. Oh, yeah. It's a compact candy bar handset that measures 45 millimeters. Yeah. So this one launched in 2006. So probably about a year before that one.
Yeah.
So, and the phone was promoted as one of the smallest and lightest 3G phones available at its launch. So obviously when this came out, I can tell it's definitely lighter than the.
Yeah. And look at the camera system. The camera systems on the back there. You could just see straight away the camera, the camera back systems. You can see. But the thing is, at the time, and I said this because I was I'm obviously in my music, and I said to people, I says, when they was bringing out. Ringtones became a thing, and I remember I said to myself when we had the Nokias and you download it, you have to go to a website, download the ringtone. My friend actually did a Christian version of that as well.
Or even downloading it. I think if you remember even further than that, before they started doing the downloading, you would have to go and put the keys in yourself. So like if you knew like you had to play a song on a keyboard, you could insert those keys on it and create your own
you can
ringtone.
choose your melody. And I remember doing it like that, and I said to myself, I'm a musician. I know there's not much different information between that and if they're going from just one note, why can't they just go to general MIDI? If they did general MIDI, when all of a sudden Ericsson came out with general MIDI, and then it was like literally you can hear drums and stuff. And then I said to myself, well, if they sort it out, why don't you just get MP3 and make it your ringtone? And all of a sudden that introduced, man. Man, I should have worked in tech, but anyway, we just never had the opportunity. Anyway, so mate, I was a visionary of tech before it happened, and I was working for the companies. I was working for. I remember in the shop because we would see tech before everybody else in it. Because you see things early and whatever, and you hear about things and whatever. You're not like cutting edge. I was in the in the team, but you see the data, the power of the networks, and But anyway, there's a company which to this day. Should be still around. Yeah,
I mean, when you consider like how popular they were when they were like at their peak, the amount of phones they sold, the technology that they introduced, they should be like, if they maintained it properly and moved on with the times, they should be on the levels of like your Apples and your Samsungs. They should be like three giants right now: Samsungs, Nokia, and Apple. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't carry on, man.
But I'm going to tell you why it was popular. One reason.
Why?
Snakes.
Oh, yeah. Snakes.
They introduced gaming to the phone. Bro, gaming on the phone was like everybody could now go on the bus now and play snakes.
I mean, like you used to be with your friends and like the competition to know like who had the highest score in snakes. You know what I'm saying? And if your friend beat you, you'd be there for hours till you got that top score. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, snakes. But yo, it was like the Tetris of phones.
Yeah.
It put Tetris put Nintendo on the map.
Yeah.
So it's not about graphics. It's about addictability, not even playability, addictability.
And Snake had that. Snake had that. If anybody knows Snake, then you know, man, because
yo, the game
Snake,
was important, man.
Big things, man.
All right, then. So we're gonna kick off the phone. So, but also there's iconic films that made cool phones. So if we go with the original, is it 5146? Go with that 150, 110 first.
This one,
Yeah, because I think that's the one that basically everybody had. Not that one. This one. Yeah. Because this phone.
Yeah, this was my first one.
Yeah, this put Nokia, and you can chuck that on the floor, bro, and it won't break.
Yeah,
bro, that could split in bits.
I mean, the phone was just like legendary. Like you said, the 5110. I had this phone, and what I loved about this phone as well is that it was one where you can change the cover, so you can take the cover off, put a different color face on it. You can take out the aerial, put flashing aerial, all this kind of stuff. And that's why I said it was very popular. Like when I first started with the phones, because you know it had this flashy thing about it. You know customizing, so you can kind of make it your own.
Bro,
and everything
you
else
go
like
to the
that,
shop, but you go to the market, innit? The market bar shops, listen, you had covers. Everybody had. Yo, ladies have leopard skin. You know,
it's crazy. And so this one came out on the 12th of April, 1998.
1998?
1998, yeah.
That's the year I got married.
You see? There you go then. Got yourself a new wife, got yourself a new phone.
Listen, I'm sure this is... Because I got my phone stolen. I had a Motorola. That was my last Motorola. I think I upgraded to this. Yeah, man. Look at this, bro. Classic. Ooh.
And it even says it here, like, you know, with the 5100 series, Nokia recognized that the mobile phone was becoming a fashion item and people wanted to personalize it, introducing the concept of Xpress-on interchangeable covers.
Yeah.
Nokia's marketing campaign stated that now you can match your Nokia mobile phone with almost any clothing style and occasion.
Bro.
Which was true. Literally, if I was wearing all blue, I could put a blue cover on it.
Yeah.
And bop out. You know what I'm saying? Have a blue flashing aerial.
Yeah.
So,
but this was for the masses, though. This was the Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
This was the Ford Fiesta of phones.
It
was we're going to get to... But then you had the Bossman phones. So we're going to do the Bossman phones because Man was a boss man at the time. You know what I mean? You know, Mark was still at college, man. You know what I'm saying? Mark was still at college, man. Mark was still there, man. At college. I was just about getting married and start working. So but this was absolutely... And the joke is, you drop it, it will split.
Yeah, and the phone will be fine.
And the
phone will be fine.
And you just need this.
Yeah.
And away you go. I see man have cracks on this thing and still work.
And you know, take off the cover as well. Because you need to understand, like, guys, literally, like, just how great this phone was. Like, so when you think of all that goes into a phone now, in terms of they have to fit in the SIM card, they have to fit in the battery and everything else. So like what you said, that is that, and the battery can still come off. So even with that, so basically your phone was in 3-4 parts because the aerial came off as well, so you can fit in a flashing aerial. So literally you got the 3 parts of the phone. So your main part of the phone, the battery, and obviously the facial cover. And you can even change the buttons as well. So you have to change the buttons.
Yeah, bro.
You can take out the buttons.
Bro, it was a madness.
And you know, and that's what I'm saying, if you look at what we do now, because even like we're talking about, you know, we did a recording recently where we were looking at like handheld game consoles. And one of the things that you can do on a lot of the handheld game consoles now is change the joysticks. Change like the YB, XA buttons. So these phones are doing that from back in the day where you could literally just bring in different color buttons and everything, man. That was my first phone. Loved it. Classic.
Listen, man, we're going to do a photo shoot with these phones.
Listen. Those were the days where I used to be on the phone to girls for like 3 hours, 4 hours straight at night.
But the battery life was long on that, man.
Battery life was long, man. Long. But then we never had to worry about things like Bluetooth and internet and stuff like that, which will be draining the battery. You know what I'm saying? It literally was call and text.
Yeah.
So it's like the battery
didn't even text too hard because don't forget, it's not a quirky pad. So your text was hi.
Yeah.
Call you later.
Do you remember that the text is like used to be like pages? So like you would send like a text here, right? Not like now where you could do like a long message and send it and be one
Oh
message.
man, we're not doing that, bro.
Now, like you'd get to, I think like one text would be equivalent to 100 words. So if you went over to 100 words, you went over to 2 texts.
Because I had to bring out a new technology where they had to originally texts were just one like I can't remember how many characters were, and then they brought out some technology which they will combine it. A load of new phones came over. Going into 99, around about that period, you could start do extended messages, EMS is just extended messaging system. That's the EMS what came in.
So if you're having a full discussion with somebody, like when these phones first came out, and you had maybe like as part of your package 100 texts, you can send like one long message and that will take off 5 of your texts. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. Man started learning the short words.
This is what I'm
just
saying,
to save your amount of texts that you could send.
It's called you keep it 100. Call me. Yeah, I'm saying it's call me. It's call me. But listen, so that was a starter phone for everybody in Nokia, and it just everybody had one in it. Everybody, if you didn't have a 5146, you know what I'm saying, you missed out. But then now there's a film called The Matrix came out.
The Matrix. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Now the problem is this phone we're showing now, it's not for me. It wasn't actually. This was the Matrix phone, but the Matrix action was on a different phone. So the other phone, if you want to put up the next phone, bro, because this phone was actually called the Matrix phone because it could do
that.
Yeah,
but then in the movies they made this one do it.
That's what. So what would you say if someone said the Matrix phone to me? Which one is?
If someone said the Matrix phone, I would go with this one because it was in the Matrix film.
It was in film. You know but the action was
is that one.
Yeah.
So basically they kind of like customized like versions of this just for the film.
Man's
because
high,
literally when Morpheus is doing it, he lifts up the phone and he's pressing the button at the same time and that goes.
Exactly.
So but in this one, you have to actually do it with yourself.
Yeah.
But this phone was classic.
And that had no games on it, by the way. This was no games, banana phone. You know what I mean?
But it was a good one. But what I really liked about this is that I think it was the first one. If I just have a quick look.
Go on, do your lens on it, man. Do your lens thing on it. So we're going to do the lens thing on it so you can see that this is certified information.
Yep. So Nokia 8110, and it says... known as the banana phone. That's what I used to call it.
Banana man.
Released in 1996, it was the first of Nokia's high-end 8000 series. It was the first Nokia phone to feature a monochrome graphic LCD. The sliding cover protected the keypad and extended downward during calls, bringing the microphone closer to the user's mouth. So they thought about all these little things, but like I said, no, that was what we called the Matrix phone. Some call it the banana phone. Like I said, that one was the 8110, but it was also called the 8146 as well. So
make curves right in your mouth, bro. Yo.
But listen, bro, it was a big phone, man.
You know the music videos go yo. Hey, you know the try some Joe this evening. He's Joe this
evening. I was about to say them slow RV jams when the man's sweet talking.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, absolute classic. Sorry, guys. The R&B already saw what it reminds you of. But just the You hear that?
That was a nice phone, man. That was a nice phone.
That's the quality of this phone.
I remember I had the I had the 5110 first. And then I remember Gilbert Gifted had that phone. He was like the first man in our group to have that phone.
Yeah, good big man, isn't it?
Yeah. And then when he upgraded, right, there was a battle between who's going to get his phone. Obviously, I won out. I got it in the end because I worked in his office. So I was like, bro, I'm in here now. Just give it to me. But when I got that phone, I took it out. I was flossing on the street, bro. Me and my do-rag, my Avix jacket, my banana phone. Bro, listen, it was the one.
You know the ones where you know the what's that comedy with the guy when he answers the phone?
Oh yeah.
What's that Nokia ringtone? The Nokia ringtone. Hey, hello, it's Roger. You know what I mean? But you see with this as well. This phone, do you remember it had a high capacity battery as well?
Yeah.
So you got the traditional phone, and then this one had a high capacity battery as well. This was quite popular.
It was very
and I'm
popular.
sure you could customize it if you're clever.
Yeah.
So guys, absolute classic the banana phone, you know, and we're not doing no offense to black people, but anyway, banana phone, but you know what I mean, absolute classy. It wasn't the Matrix, but it was the Matrix.
It was, yeah.
It was the Matrix phone. But come on, let's back up. This was the Matrix phone.
Yeah, the original Matrix phone.
Yeah.
So give it some Google lens again. Yep, and here we go. It is the Nokia 7110.
I remember getting this. I remember this phone. I remember this.
This one says it's notable for being the first phone to include a WAP. So for those of you that don't know what WAP is, it's wireless application protocol. So it's the first one with the internet browser. So that's when we started being able to use the internet on the phones. Features a spring-loaded slide cover. So that's what Roger was showing you just now. And the phone was introduced in 1999 and was the first to use the Nokia Series 40 user interface. Included a unique scrolling wheel. So obviously, with the other ones, they had like the directional arrows.
The directional arrows,
But this one, you can actually scroll down and stuff. Yeah.
I think that was my second. I think that was my first Nokia, you know.
Oh, for real?
I think it was that one. Yeah. Because 999, unless I got the 5146.
Yeah.
No, you know what I get? I'm going to show you which. Yo, that could be good. Because that's, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. 1999, you know.
This one was the first one as well that came with predictive text. So when you're typing, it would finish the words for you. And that's where predictive text pretty much started into the thing. Sorry. Great phone, man. Great phone.
I miss this, you know, bro. You know when the phone just curves around you, just like this. Yo. You just know it's there, bro.
Now you just got the straight phone.
It's in person, bro. It's in person. You know when you got these little phones?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. It's not in person anymore. Oh, guys. this is the one. And it holds in your hand nice.
It's nice, yeah. You know, that's why I will say that regardless of we got all the iPhones and the Samsungs now, these phones are nice and comfortable in your hand.
They're hand phones,
you can literally hold them for hours, not get uncomfortable. It was just a nice hold. The whole thing was nice. Was nice.
Crazy, man, crazy. So, all right, and so then it had a bag of business phones are coming out now, and I kind of went that route because, and the thing is, you had the big screen, and the big screen you had more. I'm sure you had more games on this phone as well.
You probably did get a few more games. I think there wasn't there like a Mayan one where you could like.
There's like a shooting game. Like a Space Invader game. I think something like that. But there's more games, but you still had the original.
The original. They couldn't get rid of things like Snake or whatnot. That was always going to be there. Man.
This is it. But then this thing has something which we didn't talk much about: Bluetooth. Now the 5146. Let's get it. Never had Bluetooth. This. So what they did, they created the Get True phones without Bluetooth, and when Bluetooth was a thing, so the Bluetooth now, guys, revolutionized man's life because now, if you had the high level Nokia phones, you could actually play 2-player snakes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever tried that.
I never got to try it because like I was kind of always ahead of my mate, so it's like,
Yo, he said it, guys.
I'll just put it out there. But like, again, we were talking prior to the show. It's like, you know, I used to work for a lot of these phone companies, so I used to get the phones like cheap and stuff like that or whatever. So obviously, I'd tend to get the phones ahead of like
everybody else. Yeah. Same. So it does help. It does help when you're in the trade. But like when you're playing games, Reginald is going. He's like, don't move. Yeah, there was
and you know that the thing is the slightest movement, would take it off in it.
But what was good as well is a problem which we don't have now. Is when you go to upgrade, because we upgrade every year. These are every year upgrades, man. Is that how do you get your contacts over? So that was a big thing.
I think if I remember right, back in those Bluetooth, times, you know. all the contacts literally it used to be simple to copy all the contacts to your SIM card. Yeah, and then when you put your SIM card in the next phone, you could just copy it from the SIM card back onto the phone.
But the problem you had is people started to have more than 99 numbers.
Yeah, and that's the issue. Yeah.
And when you start to have more complicated contacts, email addresses and stuff like that, well, which I won't really fuss about. But the problem is doing what we was doing, especially with the music world, you had more than 99 contacts. Yeah. So you had your phone, so you had 99 SIM card contacts, and then you had on your phone. Yeah. So how do you upgrade seamlessly? And that is when you get the next phone, 62, I think it's 6320 or 6210.
Let's see what Google has to say.
Let's see if we know my phones.
Oh, no, you didn't know this one. This one was the Nokia 100. That's what this one was called.
No, that's American name, man. That's not that. No, that's the 62.
It could be.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
American
Let's see
name.
if there's got another title for it. Let's see. 6210.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go,
Man,
6210.
try to tell me about my phone, you know what I mean?
That's really dealing with these Americans, man.
This-
Really dealing with these Americans.
But the thing is, you could Bluetooth over the contacts. So I had to Bluetooth over. And at them days, I was getting more and more contacts. 200.
Yeah.
So that was a long day. That was an all-day job, or you would do in your lunch break, you know, with Bluetoothing your contacts over. It's not the experience that we have today.
Yeah.
People moan about today, you know, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like, bro, listen.
And this one says like it featured a 96 by 60 pixel monochrome graphical display. And some of the key features, it had an alarm clock, obviously the WAP, which had already been introduced as
Imagine
well.
an alarm clock's a key feature.
It became a calendar, infrared
Yeah.
infrared connectivity. I think it was infrared that allowed you to play the game.
It's not blue. It's not.
Yeah,
It's infrared.
yeah.
So forgive me, guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't Bluetooth. It's infrared. So
and then voice recorder. And also it was the first one to support high-speed circuit switch data, so faster internet access than what you was getting on the previous ones. And as Roger was saying, it had more games, so it came preloaded with 3 games. So you had Snake 2. So by this time, Snake had upgraded, so you could do the 2-player. Pairs 2, so that was being like a little card game, I think.
Yeah.
And Opposites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So this was the revolutionary phone where you separated yourself from the peasants.
I never said that. I never
The
said that.
peasants and the
I never
5146.
said that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
In fact, you know what? That recent phone,
Yeah.
right? So according to this, the phone book stored telephone numbers, as we said, so you could put numbers straight onto the phone. And when you're using the internal memories, rather than the 99 on the SIM card, that phone could actually take a total of 500.
that's what I'm saying to you,
So,
bro.
yeah.
That's why it was really good. So what will happen is that Nokia sat on this model though for a good couple of years.
Yeah,
Hence
yeah.
why. My next 2 phones, which are basically similar things, they just literally tweaked it slightly. So they went to 6210, but it went to 6310, and then they just made sort of, because it is such a good model. I'm saying. I want to quickly show these guys. So you had this one now, which was for me the first big man phone, and then these guys came out. And then they're all the same thing,
All the
same
same,
model.
pretty much,
So
yeah.
if you just double check these model names, because I'm sure they came out. There's not much difference in them
So we do the silver one first.
because people just upgrade for upgrade's sake.
Yeah, literally. So this was the 6310i.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, it says early 2000s. The phone allows storage of 3 phone numbers per name. So that's when you started being able to add more than
detail.
one name.
So they just
yeah.
added little features. But
And-
the problem is, it's stuck to only have it on the phone.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're stuck
yeah.
to there because then you can't put that on your SIM card
Yeah.
anymore.
And you could store up to 150 text messages on that one. So that was the 6310i. And like we know, this one was from the similar generation as well.
Yeah. Just little quirkies.
Yeah. And this was the 6310. So
Yeah.
this was launched in 2001. So I'm estimating this one came out first and then the i
And
came
then
out
afterwards, yeah.
So that one was
yeah.
2001 for the 6310. And again, similar things to what we were saying. Its features, the main thing for the features was that it had the 1100 battery, the M8H battery.
Yeah.
So, and design was obviously made for its durability and simple keyboard functions, that kind of stuff. But again, all the rest of the features are very similar to the i.
Yeah.
Other than, like I said, the battery was a bit more durable than the i for the 6310.
Yeah.
And then, the connectivity, again, 2G connectivity. So we start talking about 2G before we go into the 3G.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we came from was it Edge? I think Edge was the first one. I can't remember.
Edge is the first one. But I remember when I was working for Cable Wireless, and my friend had a proper, remember the tablet Nokia? The tablet one.
yeah.
And it was going into the internet. It's really prehistoric back then still, you know what I mean? But I actually went and joined one-to-one at the time. It's just, obviously it was Mercury when it went to one-to-one, and I went there at the time because it was they were expanding the 3G network at the time, and that's when 3G is terrible though still. It's terrible. I think the reason that 3G was the reason why Facebook beat MySpace. It was that bad that you needed a basic site. So everybody was on MySpace on the phones, and everybody was getting 3G and realized that I can't access stuff. It was just too much clutter on MySpace. And Facebook was so much more efficient on our mobile phones. It had the best mobile phone app. So that's for me. Well, the best functionality on the phone. You know what I mean? So, but then Nokia now. This is where I feel Nokia got messed up. They did a lot of iterations and then just got lost. They got lost, bro.
I think they
got arrogant.
While they were trying to release their similar products, they was obviously trying to innovate at the same time. In some ways, you can argue that they were ahead of their time because some people liked it, some people didn't. But then, unlike with Apple, for example, where you see Apple now will release a phone, and if that phone flops, then by the next year they've kind of re-engineered it to make the features better. Nokia will kind of on this thing of introduce something. If it didn't go down as well as everybody else, that's it. We're not coming back to it, kind of thing.
That's why Ericsson could have made inroads. So that's why I tasted them other phones because Ericsson had the first color screen phone. You know what I'm saying? And Nokia had to respond, and they responded in a way, but it's all going. But there's a couple of quirky ideas. I don't know if we want to do honorable mentions here, man. So at the time, everybody wanted to get onto texting. Look at that, bro.
I'll hand that to you to let you show the camera while I pull this one up. So this one is the Nokia 5510.
This has some games on here, you know, bro. This is they're trying to do the game thing on this.
The 5510, so it had the full QWERTY keyboard for messaging arranged around a small monochrome screen, as Roger will show you in a sec. Built-in digital music player that plays AAC and MP3. 64 megabytes of internal storage. So now you see that you're starting to get into next level of phones.
So what year was this?
So let's take a look. I think that one was released in 2001.
Wow, that old?
Yeah.
For goodness sake. But look at this, bro. When you open up the back, you see a phone at the back?
Yeah.
So guys, look. Yes, that's so they were very lazy with their manufacturing, bro. These weren't
it looks like they fitted one of these.
Into the back of that. Yeah. So you can see when you're thinking it's great feats of manufacturing, not really, but they've kept a certain model, certain elements.
And they've just put a shell over it, basically.
Yeah. But this didn't blow up, man. But
not as much as you think it would have done.
But for some reason I got it anyway. So, but this was my side phone.
Yeah, I mean this thing had a lot of features. Like I said, it had more games. So this ran 5 games. One called Bumper. Space Impact.
Yes, man. I remember Space Impact.
Pairs 2 and Bantumi. It had screensavers, animated screensavers.
Is it good?
Yeah. Your stopwatch and countdown timer, your calculator. You could download and manage digital music, so you can again download music, all that kind of stuff.
But it never had infrared on there, did it?
Did it have infrared? No, this one didn't. No, but it had. They did introduce this. Obviously, they had the stereo FM radio on there as well. So you could listen to radio.
Yeah, so it was like trying to combine. This was basically trying to be the new phone, like the 5146, because you could tell by its model number 5510. It was almost trying to emulate the popular thing, but trying to make this popular, but it didn't really.
And it could record digital music as well by using like a line-in cable. So you can connect the line-in cable to a CD player or radio.
That's why I got it. Now it's coming to memory. And I've got, but guys, it's got USB here.
And don't forget as well, with this as well is where they really like kind of started doing advanced things. So you're talking about like picture messaging, all that kind of stuff. You could do that more. So you could do multiple chat, multiple SMS. So not picture messaging, sorry, but multiple chat, multiple SMS sending.
Message. It's got USB. Because I was in the music thing, I thought, man, this is cool. I'll use this my. It's like a semi Walkman. You know what I mean? So great piece of kit. This never pulled off.
And I think this was the first one where you could have. Was this? I think it was the first one where you could have notes, which you could have up to 10 notes saved onto the phone. So that was pretty good as well. And then, like you were saying, in terms of text messaging characters, this one allowed you to go up to like 459 characters. So obviously, again, they were looking. Oh, it did have picture messaging. There you go. So I was.
But the thing is, but it hasn't got a color screen thing. And this was the biggest Achilles heel that nobody solved at the time. How do I? And it'll come up as we get to camera phones. It'll become up a bigger problem. Transferring information onto your PC. That wasn't an issue with these.
Yeah.
But it was becoming more and more issues, more and more things you do on your phone, the more and more yummy stuff you kind of raise and stuff. But great, did you have that one?
I didn't have one of those.
Yeah, but you played about.
I wasn't fond of the form factor.
Form factor, yeah.
So
it's kind of bigger than what you're thinking. Yeah. It was like,
I think during the period of me having phones, up until the very first iPhone, I think the biggest I allowed myself to go was when BlackBerry started doing it. And also we'll get into that in a bit. But when it comes to the Nokia phones, I pretty much liked the smaller feel. I mean, obviously I started off with the bigger ones, but once they started releasing the smaller ones, I started having all the small phones.
No, I hear what you're saying. All right, then. So there's a couple other budget iterations that came out that people picked up. They got a bit more smaller, more cuter. This was great for the pay-as-you-go market. That was a thing back then. Spend 30 quid, get a phone, and you've got, which one is this one? This is
this is the 3410.
3410, yeah. All of them, And this is when I think Nokia got scary with Nokia, because I felt like they were losing.
Yeah, because that one was what, 2001? And then this one was 2002. So like I said, they advanced with that one.
Yeah.
And I don't think it took well, and they've come back
with
this one a year later.
And they're just trying to hit out and get as many people. They just looked at the budget and said, listen, let's just get phones out to people. They can just have snakes and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, this one did have some features, because obviously you can imagine, like, technologies come on. So it was one of Nokia's first Java-enabled phones.
Yes, I remember.
And then key features included WAP 1.1 browser, an image editor, and pre-installed games, obviously the same ones we said. The screen resolution got a bit bigger, and it offered up to 250 minutes of talk time or 260 hours of standby time. So, and that's in terms of the battery. So the battery wasn't as big as some of the other ones that we've gone through. It was only like a 525 milliamp hours. So, but again, 3410. I had that phone as well, and like I said, I love the small factor. I think that one, you can change.
These are batteries, bro.
Could you change the front as well? I think you could change the covers of those ones, right? Or is it just the back?
Yeah, I think it can with operation. Okay. Some of these phones, you operate operations. Yeah, it's operation, bro. Yeah, I think you can. Just need to operate on it.
He said it was also one of the first Java phones by Nokia, being one of the earliest mobile phones outside Japan to feature 3D graphics. And obviously, like I said, the image editor as well.
Yeah. But the problem is, again, it's not black. It's still not a color screen. That's the problem. And at the same time, that's 2 for 22. And in the background now, it was the race to the color screen.
Yeah. It was. And Nokia was still moving very slow in that. While a lot of companies were trying to advance.
This is it. So this was when Sony Ericsson now brought out. Remember the T's?
The
T10s and the TDs. Now this was their budget response to get into the color market. This phone, is it 3410?
Oh, nearly 3510.
3510. Yeah. Did you get this one? This was.
I feel like that probably. Yeah, I was about to say it came out about the same time as that one. So I think I went for that one. So yeah, this one was 2002.
Yeah, but this had the color screen in it.
Yeah. I think I wasn't overly bothered by the color screen. I think eventually I got it, but I think I stuck with that one for a bit, and then I got the next color screen after that one.
Yeah. But there's some honorable mentions that we probably. When did the 72? Because I never really got the. Oh no, that is that it there? That is it, isn't it? Oh yeah. Sorry, guys, a bit ahead of the game there. Whatever this. But no, that phone again. Nokia kept on fighting down his budget route. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think
they overdid it.
Why I realised, because with that one that we just looked at, they went back to having the Xpress-on covers, so you can do the fronts and all that kind of stuff. And I think, like I said, I feel like they flopped on the year previously with some of their models.
Yeah.
And then in order to get their money back, their customers back, because don't forget now they're locked in a battle with Ericsson and stuff like that. Similar to how we have like Sony now against Microsoft with their consoles. So in this one, I feel like they've tried to go back to all the things people love, which is why when they've come back the following year, they put Xpress-on covers so you can change the covers and all that kind of stuff again and try to get the color screen, because they were trying to win back people that they had suddenly started to lose over to Ericsson and some of the other companies which started to produce phones as well. Because I think around about this time, Sony started doing some of their early iterations as well, if I remember right.
Yeah. So Sony was, and then also you had, and we'll look at this as well, is when the emails was starting to be functionality. When how do you connect to a PC became a functionality. We'll get to that in a bit with the SDAs, the HTCs hit the market, and so on. That's the way. So at this time, I was really seeking. I needed a bit more than just making phone calls now. Now you're getting emails. How do I get emails wherever I'm at? Now you're going to get 3G. 3G is not for fancy texts. 3G is for how do I look at a browser? And at times you was looking at these like one color screens, and I remember the Nokia again, the Nokia big little palm hound. That was you had to look at websites through that lens, and you're thinking. This all makes sense when you're going on Netscape. I'm going to use the words Netscape, Firefox. And you can look at the full thing. I am saying full thing on there, but we'll get there. But a couple of my crazy journey before cameras became a thing. Cameras, you know.
There you go. So that's the 3120.
3120. This actually wasn't my phone, actually. I think. No, it could have been. Yes, it could have been. Yeah.
So this one was released in 2008. So obviously that's like
that's gone straight forward. Yeah. That this was basically just a throwaway budget phone. But
and it had a 2-inch TFT display, 24 megabytes of user memory,
and color screen.
And it allowed you to put a micro SD card in it as well, up to 4 gigabytes. So you could obviously expand the storage on that as well. And like you said, it supported the 3G. And they called it the candy bar style kind of feature. So obviously, it's a very slim phone, kind of like a candy bar in terms of its sizes.
Yeah. It's a people want to be used for, but I think this was a basically budget version of this. So when camera phones come out, there was a.
Let's take a look and see what this one is then.
What was that phone? That classic Nokia phone that had it. It was the one after my banana. I'm sure it was N something. Which one's this one?
This one's the 7250, Nokia 7250.
Yeah. So it's 7210 before this. What year was this one?
So this one was actually earlier. So this one was 2002. It was announced in 2002 and released in 2003.
Yeah.
So it still had some of the other basic features that some of the previous phones had. So you're talking about your infrared ports,
infrared,
FM radio, all that kind of stuff. So that was in there as well.
This was a classic. I mean, like you had a camera on it. What's the quality of the camera? Was it one?
Let's take a look and see.
One megapixel. Probably less than that.
The camera definitely wouldn't have been great. So let's see what we do.
I took pictures on this. You know, one about it, bro. I took pictures of my son when he was born on his camera, bro. Yeah. But the problem was getting it off your phone.
Yeah,
and onto your and email, and that's when you have to spend so much money just to send it to anywhere. Picture when you have to picture message, you broke, bro.
See, I can't see where it's talking about the resolution of the camera, but it does talk about that it had a zoom function, so you could like zoom in with
there's no such zoom, digital zoom. Do not use that, guys. Anyone who fell for that one is a fool.
But it was a decent phone. You know what I'm saying? It was a decent phone. Again, Xpress-on covers, Nokia going through that stage of having that. Shall we take a quick look at that one?
No, not the E series. You got to go before this one before the E series, because I think this is
the N71, right? No, that's not the N71.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So this is when they were proper trying.
N91.
Yeah. N91, man. This is when this is a phone, you know, bro.
Yeah. So 2006, this one.
2006. Yeah. This is when I tried to big boy it now.
And that one feature had a built-in 4 gigabyte hard drive. So the storage on there was which was obviously significant for things like music, MP3 players, that kind of stuff.
Look at the top there, you got.
So you got all your music buttons on there as well. Supports MP3 and also started doing WMA as well, if you remember that format. And it was noted for its high quality sound through headphones. So you can get your headphones and have some great sound.
It's 2 megapixel camera on this as well.
And key features is that it also had Wi-Fi as well as the 3G.
Okay.
So that was good.
Okay.
And it had a 2 megapixel camera.
Yeah, 2 megapixel. That's what I'm thinking. The 7210. And the joke is, this is what made me laugh about the 7210. Yeah. Everybody can say amen to this. With the 7210, you take the picture on the phone, you're thinking this picture's great. The moment you put that on a computer, bro, you're like, whoa,
what is this? Yeah.
And that was a problem. These phones, it looks great on the,
because of the small screen.
Small screen. And once you put it on your computer, you're like,
yeah.
who that?
They're literally made for you to be able to show people pictures on your phone. Do you know what I'm saying? Take the picture.
bro.
Oh, here, look, I've got these pictures on my phone. But
Yeah, bro.
in terms of trying to move it across,
This is crazy because you got the all these functionality on here, and it had a. But the problem is now you look at it, bro. It's this cheap chrome.
cheap, very cheap plastic.
Cheap plastic.
With a chrome finish kind of thing.
Yeah, chrome finish, man. But it was bougie back in the day. Jeez, I fell for that one, innit?
You went for the look in it and thought, just, oh, this looks good.
But then the last stand for me for Nokia was the E series. The E series tried to do something. So
we've got the E51 here.
Has that got a camera on it? No. Oh yeah, it's got a camera. Yeah.
So that was released in 2007. And one of the key features was that it only weighed 100 grams and features a stainless steel casing, which we can obviously see there.
Just about.
Yeah. Key features, obviously 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 2.0. So the Bluetooth went up. 2-inch TFT display with a 2 megapixel camera.
Yeah, this was the compact for you could do things on this. You can actually go on emails. You could I can remember now.
Yeah.
You could do quite a lot on this.
And they fixed the screen quite a bit with that one because the display became a 24-bit. So you're talking about like 60 million color with a resolution of 240 by 320.
24-bit.
Yeah, 24-bit. Yeah,
crazy.
24-bit. And also has push to talk over cellular as well, which was obviously very big there. Featured an SD card slot where you can put up to a 32 megabit.
That's what I'm just looking at now.
Megabyte SD card.
Man, I still got my card in here, bro.
Imagine what you probably have on that, bro.
It's a SanDisk 2 gigabyte.
Yeah, you probably got some pictures and stuff on there as well, though, that you probably forgot about. It might be worth you throwing it into an adapter and checking out what's on there.
Bro, man's preaching, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got a good point, my brother. Oh, my brother. Let me just take this out, guys, so I won't forget it. Yo, that's a good point, bro. Jeez.
And then we move on to the E71, which I mentioned earlier.
This was the interesting one.
Yeah, show them that one, man.
This is interesting. And this is where they moved into hand functionality rather than using your phone like this, isn't it? Yeah. The old days of holding the banana, it's like it's you and the phone. It becomes now more of a portable laptop.
Yeah.
This is the E71.
So key features with that one, it had a larger screen, obviously, the 2.36 inch screen, so a 320 by 240 pixel screen. 3 megapixel camera, 128 megabyte RAM.
Yeah.
And then a 1500 milliamp hour battery. Listen, it had a lot of features, man. A lot of features, definitely.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, Nokia, it always got USB on the side. Oh, goodness, let's tore that apart. Jeez. Bro, you know what I'm trying to do? Take the back off.
Could the back come off on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's where the battery is.
Yeah, that's where the battery is. But I'm trying to get the back off. I remember
it's probably like stuck on there, man. It's been years.
Bro, no, man. You gotta rate the plastic from Nokia. Because you got me thinking now with the micro SDs. Yeah, nah, never no micro SD in this.
So this one was probably the return of Nokia's glory days. You want to say that because it won the Reader's Choice Awards.
Okay, cool.
And 8.9 out of 10 rating on CNET.
What year was this? Sorry again.
So the release date of that one was 2008, I believe.
Okay, so this was basically This was after that one over there, and they'll try to build upon it. Yeah.
2008 release.
Yeah.
And obviously, again, like I said, it won awards from like CNET and Phone Awards and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because it was revolutionary in terms of what Nokia was doing.
Yeah.
I think that's probably their first one that they did, going back to a full keyboard, following from that one.
Yeah.
And the layout was, I think people found out a lot better than the Sped, because it means that you've got a slim phone still, but still with the full keyboard.
Yeah. It's crazy. No, the E series was a good set of phones. It's just that there was something coming through which was messing up. So at the same time, your phone now was becoming a business phone, a communication tool, not just a phone on a phone and texting. It becomes a multifunctional. The rise of Facebook and social medias, it created you're not just going to communicate through phone now. It changed it changed the game in terms of that. So Windows had a stint into this, into this arena, which they used a number of sites, and Android was just coming out at the time and using this. But HTC, obviously you would remember them. But my first stint was on the SDA. I don't know if you remember the SDA.
I never had the SDA,
but it was like a Windows operating system. What is it with Windows?
Do you know what? I've never liked their stuff, to be fair.
Windows always, it's like, because everybody has Windows, they have this arrogance of being, we don't need to be the best. You know what I mean, bro? They don't, you know, when it comes even to, you're looking at gaming devices, they still struggle. Windows has had decades to get this right now on mobile device. But keep trying, and they're always behind somebody else. You should be ahead.
But they never were.
Microsoft, man, it's just always second place. Yo. So guys, we're coming out in the Nokia era, and we're looking at this is the end of the Nokia era. As much as they brought out great phones at the time, it was the end of the era.
So this one was 2004, and what we're looking at is the HTC SP3i SD phone. SPV, And it was branded. Has it got T-Mobile branding on it?
Yeah, T-Mobile. Yeah.
So T-Mobile branded. It operates on the Windows Mobile operating system. I always hated Windows Mobile operating system.
Come on, this is what I'm saying. Man, I had to cuss it straight afterwards because it was part of his. It's part of.
I really didn't like it, and I was a Windows man at them times. In terms of like computers. So like it wasn't a case I didn't like the Windows. In general, it's just on phones. I didn't like them at all. Look, he's got all these memory cards he's probably not looked at for years.
Bro, I've got a mini SD. I need a mini disc SD card. Yo, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Listen. Oh, goodness sake. I need to get a mini disc. Oh, bro. I need to get a converter. How am I going to get a converter for mini? I got micro, but not mini. Bro, I got to go on Amazon for that one, bro. So eBay for that.
that phone had a VGA screen.
Yeah.
And obviously you had your normal stuff in terms of like your a nice size battery, which was giving you about 200 4 hours talk time, about 200 standby time. Again, featuring things that we talked about like the SD cards, etc. It had Bluetooth, infrared, and it had USB. Side keys, memory card slot, like we said, speakerphone, so you could pull it on loudspeaker.
2004, guys.
Yeah.
2004. This phone was better than Nokia's. It's just that the operating system, it's just too buggy. It's just way too buggy, and that was the biggest problem. And then I must admit, I tried the HTC. And sorry, bro. Let you try this. This was, and I remember I went into Orange. And not business way. You know when you have two phones. You have one T-Mobile, one Orange. Yeah, Orange days, man. When was that, man? That was when my boys were young. And now
that is the phone. I'll give that to you.
Yeah. But nice, but bro, the slide is nice though, bro. Slide is still got it. Yeah, bro. So you operate your phone like that, and this is when at the time, if people didn't realize, there was Palm PCs. Was it Palm PCs? Yeah, Palm. So what they're trying to do now is merge the Palm PC into a mobile phone device. What operating system was on this? Was it Windows again?
So this one, let's take a look. See, Windows Mobile 6 Professional.
Yeah. So I thought, let me step up and literally have the ability to do what I needed to do. 2007.
I'm trying to find out, actually.
I think it was... It's over 10, 12. I would say 2000, 10. 2010, bro.
Let's take a look. If you're right, you're probably close, to be fair.
Got release date?
That will give me a release date here on Wiki. Oh, no, before 2010. This one was 2006.
Bro, this shows you, that Nokia should not have. Nokia was ramping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was absolute ramping. And they were blagging, and they lived off their popularity for at least 5 years, guys. Yeah. There's leaving. You saw the 2005 phones and all this business.
Yeah.
Everybody else was doing these crazy phones while Nokia was still took another 3-4 years to even get these top phones, but it's already too late.
Yeah.
Already too late.
So this phone obviously had all the other stuff like your camera, your portable media player. You could obviously do the regular things like normal text messages, picture messages. But it was probably one of the first ones to include the almost like the BlackBerry services, so you could do like instant messaging.
Yeah,
So everybody else had that. You could be instant messaging them through that as well. And you know,
so guys, Marx has got me fasting with just checking if I got any memory cards in these things.
And they've got two. They had 65 gigabyte RAM and 128 gigabyte storage.
Bro, I reckon this can still function. Jeez,
1.9 megapixel rear camera.
Bro, it's got Samsung battery in here, bro.
Mini USB, headphone jack, Bluetooth 2.0, Wi-Fi, QWERTY keyboard, all the good stuff that you need, apart from the Windows operating system. I really couldn't stand the Windows operating system. I can't begin to tell you, man.
And guys, talking about this like this, yeah. And again, guys, yeah, this is definitely a geek show. Shows you this is how Android smashed the market, because if they lick this, there would be no Androids. There would be no Android system. You know what I'm saying? And then this was like, I don't know. Oh, this was the first Android, isn't it? This was the first Android.
Is that a protective case?
Yeah. I'm sure that's Android, bro.
Let's see if we recognize it with the case on.
I'm sure when we're talking about Android, when this came out. Right,
you know what's funny, right, is that I'm trying to do it, but it's because you've seen the reflection of my iPhone 7 in the background.
I tell what you do. Take this off. You might recognize it more. Oh my goodness sake, bro. It's peeling. It's stuck on, bro. Nah, bro. It's going to break off. But you see when you have to take off bro, it's the plastics, the rubbers that.
Might need to take the screen protector off as well.
Yeah. We're just talking about screen protector. This one ain't coming out. It's still protecting, boy. It's gonna go. It's gonna.
Let's try it.
It's gonna die with it. Let me just. Sorry, you got me fasting with these microphones. yeah, boy. That's dead, man. That plastic is expired.
Let's see if it picks it up. There you go.
What we got? Is
HTC Wildfire S.
Android in it.
Let's see what it says. Let's go and get a bit more detail.
I'm sure this would have gone Android. Kind of think.
So that one was released in 2011.
Okay, yeah.
Android, you're right.
Yeah, man.
Android 2.3 gingerbread. Qualcomm 600 megahertz. Memory was a 512 megabyte RAM. Storage was also 512. But you could put a micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. The rear camera, 5 megapixels. So now they're starting talking about big business.
But still, the Sony Ericsson did 5 megapixel in 5 years before that. You know the one I got there? That was 5 years before that.
It's got a touch
screen
as well.
Yeah, touch screen.
And 3-axis accelerometer. Obviously GPS, proximity sensor, light sensor, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Microsoft Exchange, Google Maps. All that stuff was on there.
This is where Android done out Nokia. And this is where now but this is where at the same time I was working at T-Mobile at the time. It just turned over to EE, I think, at the time. And they were testing this thing. And the bosses had these devices that all they could do is email. Yeah. And they were trying them out, and the engineers was just, because we obviously emails was important, and these devices were BlackBerry devices that was purely about messaging. It was about voice calls, we were messaging, but then it took off because man said you can have a phone or you have your PIN. And when he said to the the uneducated people. Forgive me, people, not uneducated. I'll be very insultive, yeah.
Yes, you are. Very insulting. Yes, you are.
And they said, "Oh, it's a secure direct." So I can say what I want to say.
Yeah.
Brethren, there's nothing secure.
There's nothing secure whatsoever.
Nothing secure. Yes. So let me just, anyone start go. I said this yeah. They can go back and receipt on it. But this thing, man, these BlackBerry came out, and I went there.
Yeah, these BlackBerrys came out and they were very good.
So I'm gonna just go. What? Explain that, bro. I'm gonna show something.
All right, no worries. So this one here we're looking at is the BlackBerry Bold 9700 or the 9780. They had the two different versions of it. Let's see. Full keyboard, 2.44-inch screen, which was a 480 by 360 resolution. Supported Wi-Fi. In fact, supported Wi-Fi calling. So you're talking about what we kind of do on WhatsApp and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
This was able to do that on Wi-Fi. Even
we'll get to WhatsApp because for me, WhatsApp was the death of BlackBerry. Yeah, but anyway, still, yeah, cool.
So that literally was that version of the phone.
Yeah. Which one? What was it called again? This was the
9700.
Yeah. No. What year was it? Sorry again.
Let's see if we can get the year.
Yeah, everybody can see you do that on the screen. Yeah, this was a cool little phone, man. And as much as it's small, very small, man. These keys actually are. You just kind of worked it, innit? You kind of worked it out. Yeah, man, they're bold, you know.
Let me just get that Googled.
Jeez, the bold.
2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Wow. And it showed you that this, again, operating systems, it wasn't a crucial thing right then. You had your own operating system. So BlackBerry had its own operating system. It had the BBM messaging going on. Hence why I stuck to BlackBerry and I got this one, which I think is a beautiful phone. Absolute beautiful phone.
I mean, when Nokia, I was faithful to Nokia for many years, but when you see the BlackBerrys came out, like all bets were off. I went straight over to BlackBerry.
You went straight to BlackBerry?
I went straight to BlackBerry.
But look at the build of this compared to that one, bro. That is just...
Yeah. So I remember this one as well. Yeah, I had this.
Yeah, that one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one's better to... that bulb was just... that was the big man phone. And I think you could do HD videos on this one as well. Yeah. And this is... I did it on cut back in there and it's on my old channel, yeah. and the company wanted me to take it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they provide. They said, take it down. No, it's just that my phone is better than everybody else's and I just know how to shoot. I think I shot a whole show with Mania music with it.
Wow.
And the company was like, yo, why'd you take it down?
Yeah, 2008 for that one.
2008?
Yep,
Jeez.
2008, yep.
And now, this is crazy, yeah? Now, I'm not saying it was like Lady T sticking to not leaving, sticking to a brand. But I enjoyed the experience. So, you know what this is, isn't it?
Oh, the Palm.
The BlackBerry, the BlackBerry tablet. So I actually got the BlackBerry tablet.
I
never got that.
No.
So I was on the BlackBerry tip. So when they brought out the BlackBerry, this here, yeah, this was my first like tablet experience. You know what I mean? I was sticking to BlackBerry, and you know who else had it? Sherwin Gardner.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and Sherwin was going. We're not going iPhone. We're not going. We're standing with. We love the BlackBerry. We love the messaging system. We love it. And even what Android was doing things and iPhone was doing things, we stuck it. And then we saw each other when he came back over here. We said, both had we said, this was our last stand. We're both tech guys, and we just knew that. Yeah, we know when to quit while we're ahead anyway. Still, yeah. So there's that. This was great. This was a cool device, man. It's decent. Everything.
Yeah. It's weighty though. Like, to think about, this is heavier than my iPad Pro. You know what I'm saying? So it's weighty, but it's solid though. So you know that if you drop it, you're good.
Look, you can even see the quality of it and everything, bro.
Yeah. The bezels are ridiculous though, man. Oh my goodness, look at those.
Anyway,
Look at those bezels. I don't know if you can make that.
Yeah,
out
they
of
can't
camera,
make it out, bro. They can't
listen,
make it out, bro.
The bezels are probably about this thick. Do you know what I'm saying?
So thick eyebrow.
Ridiculous, bro. My goodness.
They're trying to get you to focus in the center of the screen.
Nah, it's crazy, man.
But this is this was a cool little thing. I still got it in my BlackBerry case. You know what I'm saying? Just need to come back on, or whatsoever. And then, bro, is that all the phones?
And then the world of iPhone took over.
Yeah. And I remember I had my BlackBerry. I had this BlackBerry here. I went down to London and I never spoke to a friend of mine. And she said, "Oh, I'm on the iPhone." So I said, "Oh, you're missing," because we all used to BBN each other. She goes, "Oh, no, don't get the WhatsApp because you can get WhatsApp on BBM." And she said, "Go get WhatsApp." And she had the iPhone, the second one, because I got the 5 here. There was a 4.
There was a 4.
Maybe
she had the
4.
3GS 4 or 3GS. Maybe
I think she had the 4.
Okay.
I think she had the 4, iPhone 4, and she had the iPhone 4. Yeah, that's why I went and got the 5. And she said, "But WhatsApp it's a bit buggy because it's buggy at first." But she said that it's just the same as as but you don't need PIN and all this business.
And all this stuff,
And I was like, you can broadcast messages. He's like, all you need is data. I was like, and I think that WhatsApp killed BlackBerry. Its key selling point is gone. And when you had a messaging system that you can have a BlackBerry, iPhone, any brand of Android, any brand of phone, and you can communicate. And it just killed it. It just killed the whole messaging experiences. And again,
the thing is that for a long time, a lot of these mobile companies were rinsing money off people that they didn't need to be rinsing. So typical, for example, right? The technology for us to be able to send free text messages was there long before they started making it free. So we used to have to pay extra for text messaging. Like we said at the beginning, you might get like 200 text messages with your package or whatever. But the technology for us to be able to send free text messaging was there a long time, but they were still charging us and making money. So when some of these companies started coming through, and you know, I'm sure there would have been some people that was building software thinking, I'm tired of paying for the money, whatever. And suddenly these things are coming through and they're free. Companies are now forced, okay, we need to give these things free because people won't even buy our phones anymore if they can just get WhatsApp or whatever without any problem.
Because that's what we was using. And I think we have to use honorable history here. Honorable but or dishonorable. Because obviously, you know, people get creative in communication. Do you remember the voice note messaging? When people what you do, you phone somebody's voice note. So I will send a voice note to Mike to the voicemail. Then Mark, you go ding on Marcus's phone, Mark's phone. He'll go like this. Okay. Instead of phoning me, because it'll cost me, especially in the daytime when you calls weren't free, you would just voice note each other. That was a cheat code. Did you use that?
I used that as well. And to be funny, I started because one of my phones, which we haven't got here, which I had was
not gonna say the Philips Savvy.
No, it was a Samsung. It was actually was it a Samsung or was it a Sony? But it was like an old edition version, like that was a flip. And I remember getting that one that had a color screen and everything else like that. And
I forget what you're talking about.
And those days, again, that's when I started using like the voice to voice thing. So you're always looking for ways to be able to like contact people and not spend money.
Not spend money. Do you remember when you're gonna kind of bait people out, but people used to get Cellnet Philips because there was a crack. There's a way of making.
I didn't know about that one.
The Philips Savvy.
I didn't know about that
Philips
one.
Savvy
Like
phone.
I was loyal to Nokia for a long time. It was only because of BlackBerry that I kind of started making moves.
Oh, bro, you hear the talks from the Philips Savvy. There was a way of getting around it, but also, do you remember that time where networks would bash? They call it. Yeah. So what will happen is you get a phone call. Yo, the network's bashing. Was that the phrase? Bashing, and that means people were just calling Jamaica. Bro, straight off.
So you can make free calls and all that kind of stuff. But you know, the reason I moved over
to it by purpose, you know.
The reason I moved over to the BlackBerry because at the time that I had my Nokia, obviously you had your text messages, your calls, blah blah blah. But I had my Windows laptop at the time, and I was using MSN to do instant messaging.
Yeah, email messaging. Oh, that was a big thing.
So that was something I used to do with like a lot of friends and stuff like that.
I never was into that. Yeah.
So when obviously the BlackBerry came out, and like basically that function was now available on a portable device. You can walk around the street and stuff like that. it made sense to move
instead of being stuck on your on your house laptop and you're like a PC and you're just like trying to watch TV.
Literally, now you can do all that stuff on there. It made life easier. That means you can stay connected for the whole day rather than have to wait at night when the internet's free at 7 o'clock. Jump on MSN. Hear the dial tone, ding, 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 and then connect for MSN. But MSN was big though. MSN was big, and
I just never got MSN, bro. I never, you know that. No. I just wasn't. I don't know if it's just missed me as a generational thing. I don't know, bro. I just missed it because I was just doing something else. I had my Outlook, but
MSN was big because even like you connect. Obviously, you connect with all your friends, your family, your partners, and stuff like that. And then on top of that, when they started doing a lot of like websites, so like when you had things like MySpace and things like that, and you're making connections, everybody still used to be using MSN a lot as well. So people literally, you could make random friends from around the world and suddenly say, this is my MSN like tag or whatever. And you could literally just jump there. So my MSN list was like long. You know what I'm saying? Like it would just flash up, show you when people are online. Like I said, all
and
that became
Skype
this.
And Skype,
so
Skype was a big thing. Man, Skype, and Skype, man, Skype is like, what? Skype, just about know what it is.
Mobile phones killed a lot of things. Like I said, you had your MSN, you had things like Skype, you had software like, was it LimeWire, I think it's called, where you could download stuff. So he's pretending like you don't know. No.
I did not put them things on my thing, but I did not put that on there. But
all that LimeWire and Napster, all them ones there.
Destroyed the music industry.
So like I said, it forced like these mobile companies to figure ways to get all these people that are spending time in these things onto their mobile devices. So
and they've done it. They've done it, bro. They've done it, man. The first look at this iPhone compared to I would show Marks. Yeah, you can take yours off now. Yeah. So look at this. This is the iPhone. This is the biggest size iPhone you could get. What iPhone 5 was what?
iPhone 5 let me see. That probably would have been. Might as well just check it.
Yeah. But I don't want to be. Don't. But I know what we see. It's about lack of knowledge, you know. Go on. Nah, it's not going to pick up that one. It's going to look at that. Google Lens ain't going to work on that.
Google Lens will work on it, man. Yeah. So iPhone 5, that was released. If I were to make a guess from the top of my head, I'd say the iPhone 5 was about 2014.
14? Nah, I would say 12.
Maybe 12.
No. You're right. 13. No. 13 is money. You bet 13.
The Apple website will tell me.
No. 15. No, would it be 15? 10 years ago. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We iPhone. Why can't you?
Let's see who was closest. No, you were right.
Yeah.
12.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2012.
I was on business, mate. I was on business.
But yeah, literally, I mean, I've had, probably similar to you, I've had you jumped on the iPhone late, didn't you? I've had all of them from the start. I loved iPhone before Roger did. I had the original iPhones and every version up to date.
I was on the BlackBerry. Listen, me and I know Sherwin Gardner was on this. I was on BlackBerry.
Yeah. I think the only iPhone I didn't get was the XR, because when they did release the X, they had the XR, XS, all that kind of mess. So I think the XR was the only one that I didn't have. But yeah, every iPhone other than that.
And as you can see, at least I got a shrine towards Apple. Apple, sort my money.
You finally caught up, man. You finally caught up.
Your face, man. Your face, But listen, guys. So what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna probably do some pictures with this now before we depart from this place with these beautiful devices. But yeah, how do you feel after going through all that stuff, bro?
Whoa, I think I'm gonna drop one of those Apple tracking devices in your box. I know where the box is when you're not around. Come for it.
Man, I was saying man's gonna be on eBay, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up there, man. But I must admit, you could see the build quality of phones and how they've evolved. And you can really see, you know when you keep in mind about how much they're more expensive, but they really have brought quality materials into like Apple, like this, bro. This is just amazing feel of that, and even this here compared to its Bold's original one, you can just.
I remember getting that Bold. The Bold was like, that was next level,
bro. And I had the Otterbox. Your customer, but your insurance, which was the Otterbox case, rubber case, and even that was better than the other one. But guys, hopefully you guys got an idea of life before the iPhone.
Yeah, I'll say they did.
You know what I'm saying? How much years was that? That was from the 90s.
Yeah, from the 90s.
For the mid 90s to
you're talking about over 30 years.
Yeah, 40 years. So iPhone kicked in around about 2010.
Yeah, I think about 2009, I think, or was it 2009 or 2010?
2010, round about there. And there was 15 years where I believe the company who screwed up was Nokia.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Really, 100% was the company that let the world down. You know what I mean? And it was all it all goes down to operating system.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Android, Nokia, you got the fight between Nokia and Android. Nokia, sorry, Android and Apple, you have to rate them because to fight off Android was taking over because it could go on every phone you was out there. Basically, it was iPhone versus the world.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It still is today because you can get Android in pretty much every other phone apart from iPhones.
Yeah.
So,
but do you feel that the fact that basically Apple was used to that fight because of its computer fight?
So
they used to.
I think so. Yeah,
so they used to
they revolutionized desktop PCs.
Yeah,
they brought a whole new world into that, and I think the reason they kind of like did that, I think, because don't forget, it's only like over the past number of years that they really started doing their own chips. Before they were still getting
Intel chips,
and stuff like that.
They had the G chips. Is it the G something chips back before? And then it went to Intel. And then but then Intel.
So literally, I think the battle between them now is good. But like I said, Nokia dropped off. Nokia was the Apple then.
100%.
And it was Nokia versus Ericsson, like it is Apple versus Samsung. And
then Motorola was in it.
Motorola was similar to like your Oppos and all that kind of stuff. They were just like companies making stuff, but they were like around the big two giants. You know what I'm saying? But Nokia they flopped. There's no comeback now. It's like the way the mobile companies are set up now. I don't think anyone can really come in between Apple and Samsung right now. As long as Apple and Samsung keep doing what they're doing, I don't see any company coming in and taking over Apple or taking over Samsung.
I still feel Google Pixels doing the thing.
They're doing it. No, they're doing a good thing. They're very big, but they'll never sell as many units as Apple or Samsung. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, when Samsung bought out obviously they bought out the folds, and then they're bringing such variations, and then the trifold. Yo, I see Max go like, how much is it? You say, sorry guys,
you will never see Marx with another folding phone.
When I come with my fold, I'll be like, opening the Bible. I'll be opening the Bible.
The only way you're gonna see me not have a phone like this from Apple, is if Apple stop doing these kind of phones and they only do fold phones.
Oh no. Listen, Mark,
as long as they do these kind of phones, I'm only gonna get these phones.
He will have his fold. Don't worry about it, people. Don't worry about people.
Not a chance.
You know what I'm saying, bro? He's gonna have his fold. The receipts here, guys. Anyway, but listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. A bit longer than usual show, but we thought we really get into this because I think really this is a real. Not showing off that we know a whole heap of stuff, but it's just receipts of of history of technology and what shaped knowledge and utilizing these devices now for full on multimedia purposes and just sending a message and making a call stems back to the 90s.
Yeah, easy, bro.
And playing a game stems back to the 90s, bro. Jeez. Oh, crazy. But listen, guys, nothing but Marks. Love for that, man. Yeah? Listen, guys. Listen. Over and out. Take Xtra.
What's going on, people? I'm DJ H. Make sure you check out all the stuff Affinity Xtra's got going on, man. We've got loads of content, loads of things coming out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, you know. Listen. Don't go anywhere, you know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe is the main thing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with your brethren, yeah?